GH.
You have from mobile platforms. So then they can also be your subscriber button. On your notification bell. So the next time we do PVD be first to get it. On Sabbath me kind of first and sharp. Yeah, and as I'm no a different kakra from the beer can. I mean, tell you, me says as we can amount for you so so he be a beca. But can't boom some will be fine. But Miss Sim, and my mom found for ASANTE. Video be a Miss Akan neighborhood and so command Eka. And then I'm Mr. Ajenim Boat in US, aiding common or catch him say. When say no, okay, but imagine see a DB so pan say, there be a politicians need create our confusions, it was Antene Bluntem. Intimation and no, Munshe said a bear, and then send me on Becca said a bear. Engusum for tiny adibi metu ente mo bia no asante embu bono kwasiada asante bia no obubunu ni kwasi asante ni bia no no ma na se asante enka bono sheda o bibia mu iti sam kwata na me yakun adoma ahene ko ne tamochi ni sa ne oma na se still na mo de wo na mo keka mo politicians here ahye mochi amma ye saboni mo ye ni o hwe mo de mo yenkotie nsem on so ko yen kan ye ni video ndam ni menkotie nsem o kan ye ene nsem a o jema o kan ye mba ne mate ntim wo de
na mi jema na mu so ko man mi jema na mu na ma she o sadi force ya dio yo baba hene mi jema na mu na ma she de bose ya ta na chi bia ko be ko bia no ya ta na chi eno no be ko o tim se ye be de yesu ye na secretary sabe to manu a ya media soko bringing ma for abetro first attract for me ha mo ko pena mo be you find the Portuguese map 1629 we ko sama kunu a uhun so ko ni number 1 sata no na tini bi one oni map dime bra be kasa kikikinu na oni map it's called the Portuguese map 1626 upamuko bibe ubeguna mane no a kasa be kasa bas kabe kasa gwa chebe yemu abinti mukasa sene nado ma hine kanon iti yegina ye kabum bonon champion de do apa dasa nana yatawochi yasu de bayan juma na buruman yesu so ye mu nyam no oba na your dignity as a human being yesu so ya protect na onam da bayan so de unye dipa retito oya grow sempa woni mu nyam kra ba kashe bisa so kamida we buruni. Yes, yes, sorry, now, Corano, about the people say, we are Brunia, now we are Brunia, no one Jimmy.
And walk out to our banner. Yes, now, me twice what? Me twice dear. Nothing, Parliament, a pass anti LGBTQ. Law, no, a pass.
Say aye. Those against. Say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 is read the third time and passed.
Because Antia, not the opportunity, and say, I am right here, LGBTQ. Na emre ba ye no emre shase no ye lawyer anase Mr. Sam George Honorable Sam George MP for Ningo Pram waye adwuma wabone modern agina mu ahyense bibrase ne nsem o shase kekan ne bi ne o shase kan ne bi na etwegwa wahwa ba no na obesan mesan so atwa ne nsem ne ba ko so ebra o call ye friend summit ba ko ne nsem ba ko so eni ye hwema.
I believe that the right to found a family and determine same is a right that accrues to everyone,
within the context and spirit of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and several other recognized international treaties like the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. 75 years after the UDHR, the spirit and letter are more poignant than at any other time in our history. At a time in our world where supposedly progressive forces are agitating for a redefinition of the core principles of what a family is and represent in a somewhat regressive manner, the genuinely progressive voices, like those in this room, must rise in defense of family, its values and protections. The concept of the natural family is under attack, and a siege is being attempted on the spirit of the Declaration of Human Rights. Let me be clear here and now, sirs and ma'ams. There is a distinct difference between sex and gender or gender identity. The pseudo-war being waged by some against the family is premised on this obfuscation and literal obliteration of the distinction between sex and gender.
And also, no kwakwa ewi answer BBC safreni for interview. Na anwashi pa yenti eno sumba.
What would you do, sir, if your son or daughter was gay?
Well, thankfully, I have 2 sons and a daughter, and none of them is gay.
That's not the answer. What would you do if one of them was gay?
You're asking me to go into the world of abstract. I'm a lawmaker. I deal with specifics. I deal with specific stuff. I don't deal in abstract. Maybe you should be talking to a storyteller or something.
Will you take responsibility if, because of this bill, people who are going about their lives are attacked by Ghanaians or are harmed because it's legal to do so, or people have been encouraged to do so, or are suicidal for that matter,
Larry,
take their lives because they can't live in that society?
Well, Larry, let me answer your question. Earlier on, I was telling you that this year alone, as of June this year alone, 21 persons had been attacked and killed in the United States, where LGBTQ
this
rights
is about
are legal.
Ghana, sir. This is about Ghana, sir. So let's focus on Ghana.
Well, if this is about Ghana, then stop trying to import American values into the reasoning of Ghanaian legislation.
I am not an American. I am an African. I'm from Kenya.
Well, Kenyan values are not the same as Ghanaian values. We have different values. I didn't say into Africa. I said into Ghanaian values. I'm a Ghanaian legislator. And just so you know, I represent a community or constituency that has 2 traditional areas. Before agreeing to push this bill, I met with my 2 traditional councils. I am a representative of the people who voted for me. The people who voted for me, the 2 traditional councils said to me, this is against our culture.
The people who voted for you, Honorable George, and I have to go, the people who voted for you, of all the problems they have in your constituency, is this the major issue for them? Is this the thing they're most concerned about?
Well, this is one of the major issues for them, because the government of Ghana in 2020 spent $200 million subsidizing the cost of antiretroviral drugs for persons who have HIV/AIDS. The Ghana AIDS Commission is telling us that men having sex with men, MSMs, homosexuals, are leading the surge in HIV prevalence in Ghana. $200 million could have fixed the water problem in my constituency.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there.
And also, no kwakutiaba fefefe no na wohwa na tose odi mutintima yi pa say mra itia LGBTQ no yenhye kina ampa yahye kina na obi won ma wate mra na wate abato nimu nchiremu ankasa mra na ankasa sei na eka esi enku obi esi enye dei esi enye esi enye bia na Vim Lady wo OKFM and despite media a church said the many city pepe wakano from A to Z wa church mu ba ko mienu miensa ena enu wa church pepe said the many si ankasa Vim Lady ye ba beto aso.
You must understand that Ghana has a new law, whether you're straight or gay, the law affects everybody. Now, all 275 members of parliament in Ghana have approved this law. Now, Section 1 says that the act applies to a person who holds out as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, an ally. You may not be gay or anything. You are an ally, pansexual, anybody who's questioning their sexuality, anybody who's involved in the promotion of propaganda, advocacy, or who provides or anticipates to provide sexual reassignment surgeries. All those people are captured under the law, and this law applies to all of them, that all of these activities are illegal. Section 4 talks about undermining proper human sexual rights. So you cannot do anything contrary to what Ghana has described as proper sexual rights. It will be seen as undermining, and that means you go to jail for it. Section 5 talks about your duty to report. I've already done videos in local language about it. Even if you are straight and you observe people involved in LGBT act, you have a duty to report. Otherwise, you also go to jail for failure or refusal to report. So Section 6 talks about prohibition of related LGBT activities. You cannot do any LGBT related activity in Ghana. The law will find you culpable. Section 6 says a person commits an offense if he engages in a sexual intercourse between persons or persons of the same sex. Any activities, any attempt to promote it, any attempt to engage in it, any attempt to advise or encourage other people to do it, to persuade another person to anything, to convince another person to do it, any attempt to marry somebody, if the two of you are women, it will be a void marriage. That's what Section 11 says. It will be void. The law, it doesn't matter the kind of document the two of you sign, that marriage will be illegal. It will be void under Ghana law. Section 12 of the Anti LGBT law says prohibition of anti-propaganda and advocacy activities. So you cannot hold any press conference advocating for LGBT rights, promotion of LGBT rights, promotion of LGBT activities. You can't do anything like that. Section 12 says a person who, through the media, technological platforms, technological accounts, or other means, produces, procures, markets, broadcasts, disseminates, publishes, distributes, uses the electronic devices or internet film industry. You cannot even produce a movie, not even a music. You can't do anything to promote LGBT issues or attempt to market such products on Ghana market or online. Anyway, it will be an offense under the law.
And watch him, and watch him, and I mean, yeah, watch him, men now can watch him so can you say, be or say, a young could be an user, name or see a rubber family coin so, Sapa Pepenity, you and you may be on my mahon coin, and Ramahon coin say, who beats me. Na yet was to be man. Yet was to be man. Nana do not about president, and same say, and our kind. A sema Nana do kind yintima, or can Anglican, I woke Massy, Mampon, or no kind, yintia small kind intima.
I've said this before, and let me in conclusion stress again that it will not be under the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo that same-sex marriage will be legal. That same-sex marriage will be legalized in Ghana. It will never happen in my time as president. Let me repeat, it will never happen in my time as president.
Yes, or say, a bit me a see you name no na breso. In Tamama for be brina. As a bonabaso or a similar castle, washing kinama, ya pass sa emray. Also, I drink Chenese. Fountain ebra na yen twaso. You don't say, in some way, any summer each winner yet what was. Messe, Ubia no more time. Tribe will be ASANTE enka bonche mesre ema politicians entity yene montem enen de di kan ya ohia mesre me subscribe button no enkonya ho mesre pa ni me notification bell ni drop video bia on sabetimi aka first on sabetimi aka first mesre subscribe man what ne she no bia nya bi me da se ne so hwe na oti nyame nhyira wo makrawo